What up, Chitsimus here. Now, here is my spoiler review for Deadpool and Wolverine. Now, of course, I don't normally do spoiler reviews all the time. This is probably the first spoiler review I've done in like years, probably. But there was just a lot of stuff should talk about with this. That I just had to throw out some spoilers in this. Now, of course, the opening with like NSYNC's "Bye Bye Bye" song being played. I'm a little disappointed we did not get like the OG Deadpool openings. Remember those like the first two Deadpool movies, like in the opening of the first Deadpool with Agent of the Morning playing, and you get like those title cards instead of like the actors' names being shown. You get stuff like America's lovable idiot, which is of course Ron Reynolds, or you get like those honest words you see in the opening of the first two Deadpool movies. Like of course the second one was like a little bit of a parody of a Bond opening with Celine Dion's Ashes playing. I'm a little disappointed we did not get that opening, but the opening was still pretty fun here. I mean, the song. By the way, the soundtrack is killer in this. I mean, there is of course a scene where like in a Honda where Wolverine and Deadpool are fighting in a Honda, and you'll actually think the Greatest Showman song was gonna be played through that fight scene. Nope, it turns out it was actually the one I want from Greece. I'm like, who would ever expect the song "You're the One I Want from Greece" to work perfectly with a fight scene between Logan and Wolverine in a Honda? It works out perfectly. And of course, you got this song "Power of Love" from Back to the Future, which you know what? This is a time trap. This is pretty much a based time jump film. What more point to add, like to include the song from one of the most iconic time travel films of all time? So, to Power of Love being added was perfect. Of course, obviously you got Madonna's "Living Like a Prayer" song being played, which of course that was shown in the trailer, but and even that Deadpool pretty much took a crack at we're playing a Madonna song. So that was pretty fun. Of course, there are some really cool. I can't really say cameos because they really played more of a supporting part. Like we do see the likes of Wesley Snipes' Blade showing up. We do get Channing Tatum's Gambit, which if you guys don't know, Channing Tatum was gonna play Gambit in like a I kid you not, his Gambit movie was actually talked about when I was a freshman in high school. That's how long it's been for his Gambit movie. And that's how a long the development process was for his Gambit film. Uh, I wasn't really too big with the accent. To be honest, I'm not really too big with Gambit, so I don't know if like he fully has an accent because I believe Taylor Kitsch did not have an accent when he played his Gambit in Warriors Wolverine, if I'm not mistaken. So I was a little thrown off by his accent. I actually thought his accent really felt like the Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge version of Dots in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge or Calculus one. I really thought he sounded a little bit like the abridged version of Dots in that. Of course, we do get Jennifer Garner as Elektra, and now sadly we don't get other cameos. Like we don't get Thomas Jane's Punisher. We don't get Ben Affleck's Daredevil. Turns out that they actually died in the universe. Now when they said that Punisher died, I actually sort of wonder if it was a nod to the late Ray Stevenson passed away because he's like the only Punisher who sadly passed away in real life. But I don't even think that was for Fox. I think that was Lionsgate at the time. But I'm pretty sure they were talking about the Thomas Jane Punisher. I don't, and even Deadpool, crack which Punisher? There's like five of them because of course there was obviously John Berthold's Punisher, Dolph Lundgren's Punisher. I don't think there's a fifth one. So uh, and of course you got Wesley Snipes' Blade, who made out a little snacks like a little joke saying there will always be one Blade, which of course is a jab at Mahershala Ali's Blade not moving forward, which that's still probably gonna happen, but who knows if that's ever gonna happen there. Of course, you do get Daphne King as X-23 or Laura, should say, but man, Daphne King in this, I hope they do more with her character, not just like have her be in this, and all. I could totally see her being part of like of Young Avengers. That could be killer scene. Whether that happens, who knows? Of course, we do get Chris Evans as Johnny Storm, and I like when we first meet Chris Evans. Deadpool obviously thought that was actually Captain America because he was gonna say his iconic line, and Deadpool's like, "Oh no, he's gonna say it. He's gonna say it." Then it turns out it was not Avengers Assemble. It's Flame On, which I actually knew that was a Giant Storm. Because I figured they're not gonna have Captain America like him as Captain America in this. But that was pretty cool. Of course, there is the Deadpool course scene, which you do get Blake Lively as Lady Pool, which by the way, it's only her voice. Like we don't really see her in the actual full costume. We only hear her voice, which I guess that makes a little sense because Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively, they have a little a little role that if like one of them is working, the other one has to take care of the kids and stuff like that. So I'm guessing while Ryan Reynolds was shooting Deadpool, if I had, I mean, I'm just taking a little snap. I'm sure she was actually recording her vocal cords at her home because turns out you can actually record vocal like do voice work at your home. Like I learned that when the pandemic happened. So yeah, but and by the way, speaking of kids, I kid you not, there is a baby pool and a kid pool in this, and they're actually played. I kid you not, by Ryan Reynolds' and Blake Lively's kids, which I figure that was definitely Nova. Which I'm sure they actually record their vocal cords most likely at their house too, and all. But and of course we do get like a Deadpool cowboy here who's actually voiced by Matthew McConaughey. We also get like the skeleton who's actually voiced by Nathan Fillion, which makes sense because if you guys don't know, Ryan Reynolds and Nathan Fillion have a little relationship together because they actually work together on the show that not many people probably heard of called a Guy Piece. What is it called? Guy Piece's Piece. I can never remember the name. But I remember watching the show like years ago, but I can never remember the name there. You do get Rob, the guy from Welcome to Wrexham, Rob McKellen, I think his name is. Uh, but yeah, lots of really killer people. You also get like some of the X Men cores coming in, not the main ones. But yeah, and of course, Emma Corrin as not a spoiler obviously because we know she's a villain, but Emma Corrin as Cassandra Nova was terrific. Um, and there is also a Stan Lee cameo, by the way. It'll be like a blinking mix it type of thing. Like there will be a scene where Deadpool Wolverine are finding people in a bus, and on the bus you actually see a tribute to Stan Lee, which I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, if you can't see guess like a physical Stanley cameo, RP Stanley, that's a really cool. I actually hope the MCU starts doing that more. Like have some sort of picture of Stanley. So it'll be like there's a Stanley cameo. Yeah, I really hope MC like pretty much the first technically the first Stanley cameo we've seen for a while. So that was pretty cool. Um, and of course the end credit where if you guys don't know cassette pretty much Cassandra Nova killed Johnny Storm and people kept thinking that Deadpool got him killed and the end credits pretty much confirms that Johnny was talking smack about Cassandra Nova and so that pretty much got him killed, which I actually thought there was gonna be more of a bigger end credit, but that was perfect. Now there's not really a post credit scene, but there is a really cool tribute to past Fox properties, in which I thought that I would love to have actually seen an actual post credit scene. But you know what? That was pretty killer to see. To see like clips from and past interviews for past X Men Fox properties and all. But yeah, other than that, like, there's way too much. If I talk about more stuff, this video is gonna be way too long. But yeah, those are just like some of the spoiler stuff there is. I just and top off Ryan Reynolds. also plays Nicepool, which I thought he was really cool. Only Deadpool who actually does die. And man, this movie's just awesome. I saw it literally twice yesterday. I think I'm seeing it a third time, probably Tuesday. There's the charm. I mean, it's Deadpool 3, should see it 3 times, right? So, I just, man, I adore this film so much. I kid you not, this just might be my favorite film of the year so far. I mean, that could obviously change. There's a lot of other cool stuff, but, you know, maybe next, like at the end of August, I will probably do my top 10 favorite films of the year so far. And spoiler, Deadpool Wolverine just might or might not be number one. We'll see. I mean, hey, by the time Alien Romulus come out, that could be Deadpool Wolverine. You never know. But I mean, Track could be Deadpool Wolverine. But yeah, I just adore this film so much, man. If you guys haven't seen it, go watch it. Highly recommend it. Anyway, let me let you guys. I already mentioned this, like, asked you guys this in my other review, but what did you thought of Deadpool Wolverine? What are some of your, favorite scenes, favorite moments, some of your favorite cameos, supporting characters in this, and what are you expecting out for more Deadpool in the future? Like, do you think there's a good chance we can see Deadpool Wolverine in Secret Wars? Are you hoping we get Deadpool 4 in the future, and all? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Sammy Sire.